Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You know, waking up in a bright Sunday morning, what better way to wake up on a Sunday freaking morning talking about the greatest sports anime that ever motherfucking lived? We're talking about the greatest sports anime of all time. Sune Cinderella Gray. Yes, we are freaking back, baby. We are freaking back, bitches. We're back with another season of Cinderella Gray, the greatest sports anime of all time. Sorry, I would scream loud, but I'm trying not to go loud. I don't want people to hear me around. But yeah, we're back now with Sune Cinderella Gray. Now, and I'll say it once and I'll say it again. The greatest sports anime of all time. Better than Blue Lock. Better than Haikyuu. Better than Yamushi Pero. Better than Crocodile Basket. Better than fucking Slam Dunk. Better than any other sports anime you ever watch. And Sune Cinderella Gray is the best, not one of the best sports anime of all freaking time. I mean, have you guys played the app game? Have y'all played Sune Cinderella Gray? Have y'all played Sune Pretty Derby? Both the EN and JP? Yes, I have an EN. I have an EN and a JP account. And I gotta tell you, and I swear to God, I am so addicted to that game than Bang Dream app games. Sune has transcended the world of sports animes to the core, to a point where we're playing this game non-freaking stop. Hell, it outshine Haikyuu. And everybody who plays Haikyuu, app games go right to Sune because Sune is the freaking sport, the training, the races, winning the Army of Kenan, winning the Japanese Derby, the Japan Cup. The game is so intense. Even the show. Now, sorry, Sune was so great. My friend woke me. So the show aired like hours ago. Like 3 hours ago, my friend texted me like 5 o'clock in the morning because he watched it. That's how time the show aired. So I woke up mad early in the morning and I watched this show. I watched this episode and I'm like, damn, this is fucking good. I mean, it's great to see this back. I mean, the last season we got was a 10 out of 10 race between Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap. And those two are the best rivalry. And it's interesting because we got to see Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap at their moments when we saw them back in season 1 when they were having that donut eating contest. But that just showed you that these two are destined as rivalries in this league, and I love it. Now, I want to take a moment to bring up this character because my friend hates this character, Michelle My Baby. I want to point things out. I'm looking at Michelle My Baby. She's fucking hot. It's like if I were to make a smash or pass list of Sune characters, I'm smashing Michelle My Baby. I'm sorry. I took it out of context. But again, last season we got to see Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap race to the fullest. And I love those two. Those two are freaking amazing. I can't even you can't even grasp on it. You really can't. Now we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back now with Sune Cinderella Gray, and boy, I can't wait. And this is, you don't understand, like, talk about a sports anime that's kind of like a struck of lightning, like, you gotta wake up in the morning and watch this. You gotta wake up and do a video. Hell, I don't care if I'm 20 minutes or 30 minutes late. I want to talk about this show. So, without further ado, let's get right to it with Sune Cinderella Gray Part 2, Episode 1 review, because I gotta get this out the way. Okay, so we got a flashback of what happened with Oguri Cap, and Oguri Cap is still Oguri Cap. Look, every time I look at Oguri Cap, guys, in the app game, for a late runner like her, she's freaking busted. I'm surprised I didn't, like, when I first got the game, the first person I want to go for is Right Shower, because Right Shower is fucking amazing. Right Shower is my favorite Uma. Like, you don't understand, like, in terms of all Uma characters, Right Shower is my favorite. Like, I got the vampire Right Shower. I got a Nindroid of Right Shower. Like, you don't understand. It's Right Shower. It's right shower. Like I'm dead serious. But you know, Oguri Cap is freaking a runner. Like she's a late runner, pace runner, depending how you want to race her. And the reason I bring this up is because this episode did show you, like, who's like end closer, pace closer, all that stuff, mile person. I mean, like I'm pretty sure we all play the game. You pretty much have your decent of like what are you capable of. Like for me, I'm more of a pace runner. I like pace chasers and front runners. I'm not much of an end and late person because it's like a lot of stamina in the game. Because then you have to do like if you're sprinting, you do speed. Remember in the game there's speed, power, guts, stamina, and wit. So it all depends how what you're mostly capable of doing. A lot, but I'm more of a pace chaser. Even though pacers can be, but I like it. But the opening. The opening was fucking amazing. It's like, I like how they, okay, I'll break this down. So the opening was so fire that they used the element of the ending for Oguri Cap. Because if you look at the ending carefully, if you go back to the ending of season 1, you get to see Oguri Cap running and you see the gloss of of all her characters that she have met. Like Norn Ace, a fan, like Norn Ace, Oguri's fan, meeting, and then you got to see March and the trainer, you know, Bano Light. You know, you get to see the cast as she was running. And I'm gonna bring up March for this later, but let me get to that. Anyway, the opening was so good that they even showed the Furious Five. They showed the Furious Five, especially not only Michelle, my baby, smoking hot by the way, but Obey My Master. And Obey My Master is no fucking joke. I mean, I'm looking at her with that yellow blue lightning hair. I'm like, damn, she is busted. And I keep bringing up Michelle, my baby, because I want to make this to a friend of mine who's watching this video. You guys know Michelle, my baby, is so hot that she has the body tone muscle of Maki from Fire Force. If you watch Fire Force, and if you look at Maki, and then you look at Michelle, my baby, you're like, damn, they both have the same physique body. Smashing. Anyway. But the opening was so freaking good. Seeing Cross and Oguri Cap running, yo, I was so in touch by that. You could see the tension of that. The sound and the opening was freaking amazing. It had that, fire. Okay, now, this episode of Musume is dedicated to one person, March. Now, March, I like the side story when it comes to March. We haven't seen March since she lost in her Tokai Derby. We saw her, she lost. Remember on the back in season 1, she said she lost and she came in 4th place. Remember that? She said she came in 4th place. So this was a rematch. A rematch, a redemption for her. To go against the person that won that race was Yamano 1000. I'm sorry, the name Yamano 1000. I'm not saying it's a bad name, I just said it just doesn't click. The name Yamano 1000 does not click for me. I'm not saying it's a bad name, I need some time to click it because here's the thing, it's like Twin Turbo. Twin Turbo, for example, that name you could click automatically. Special Week, good name. Rice Shower, good name. You know, I'm trying to think of a good name to come. Tamayo Cross, good name, you know. El Condor Pasa, good name. And God rest her soul. God rest her soul. Uraharu, God rest her soul. That's a good name. But still, my point is, this is March's redemption. So we got to see her side story of this, and she's the only one that beat Oguri Cap. The only girl to beat Oguri Cap. And her record is 1-5. You know, I kind of feel bad for her. She's 1-5. You know, it's very hard. Very hard. Because she missed Oguri Cap. Like, as her rival, she missed Oguri Cap. Like, I can't even, like, her confidence hasn't been the same since Oguri Cap left. So Yamano 1000 bump into her. She's like, bump into March and said, all you do is care about Cap this, Cap that. Like, shut up. Shut up. She ain't going nowhere. She's gone. Focus on me. And that's what Yamano 1000 was thinking of. That was basically what she was saying. Implying, like, Oguri Cap is gone. This is not your story. You know what I mean? That's how it is. But that's what it is. Now, we got to see the race. We got to see a race, and not just like this was the first time we get to see March do things that we never expected. Yamano 1000 wants Oguri Cap. Wants March to be the same March that we saw back then. Remember how March was so serious with the long hair and all that? We got to see how she is, and especially with March. This is the first time we had to see March in her racing uniform. Like I know we got a merch of her, but seeing her right now, first time in a racing debut uniform, like you understand, like this was the first time I saw her in this one. She looks freaking amazing. And I'm pretty sure my friend right now is probably thinking he wants that merch. Watch when they make a Nindroid of her in that. I'm pretty sure nine times out of 10, my friend's gonna buy that Nindroid like nothing. Or in the figure of March. But that's all there is to it. But that race, okay, good. Guys. Every race of Musume from season 1 to Cinderella Grey in the movies, every freaking race is a 10 out of 10. I can't think of one bad race from the Musumes up till now. Not one race that I said this race was trash. And I'm dead serious. Because every race had every freaking moment. The passion, the drive, the will to win. Everything about it was there. And now, Yamano 1000 was racing like an end closer. She's trying to keep up her stamina up to where we get to that point. That's what I like about this show. See, this is why I like Musume. It tells you what type of person, what type of runner the Umas are. If they're an end closer, pace closer, a front runner, and an end late closer, late end pace front. And it tells you the turf that they're in, like how good they turf in a dirt or mile run. You know, I do like that because it gives you that certain vibe. Like, okay, let me see. If she's a front runner, I need to increase on speed. If she's a late runner or end closer, I need to focus on speed. Focus on speed, but more on the stamina, because the stamina you require a lot of. You gotta breathe because there's a lot of stamina in this one, and we got to see that. Now, Yamano 1000's end closer. Now I'm looking at March. I think March is a late closer. Yeah, she's a late runner, and we got to see that. And then we got to see that moment the race. I like when they get in the ground into the dirt and just like watching it. I'm like, yo, this was it. Yamano 1000 was passing us this point. And then you got 5 Umas all lined up about to win. But then March went in. But the difference between the March that we know back then to this March was this March had a goal. Not only that, March had a smile on her face. Because if you go back to the March that we saw, she had that sinister smile, like that that kind of a smile vibe. But when you look at this race that she had with Yamano 1000, she had a smile, a good smile. Not an evil smile, but a good smile. You see what I'm saying? And then, oh my God. And she won. March got her redemption. She beat the one that beat her. She beat Yamano 1000. She beat her. And then she tells, yeah, Oguri Cap is gone, but she's still my rival. And look, I don't know how many rivals Oguri Cap got now. Oguri Cap now got Tamayo Cross and in March. But me personally, I think after watching this episode like 3 times, I feel like March and 1000 are gonna be a rival. It's gonna be a new rivalry between March and 1000. That's the new rivalry. I know people don't think that, but I believe so. 1000 and March is gonna be a huge rivalry in this one. I hope they make more side episodes of March. Look, I'll give March credit. I'm not bad-mouthing March. But I understand what they did. I understand what they did in this episode. They're trying to build us up because we're gonna see more of Cinderella Grey. Now, props for the first half of March getting her episode. Now we're going back to Oguri Cap. Now, Oguri Cap is still Oguri Cap. Still don't know. like some mild. She confused that with mayonnaise. Like, this is Oguri Cap. There's an Oguri Cap in all of us. Think about it. How many times have you eat like Oguri Cap? I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, you guys are the Oguri Caps. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of you are Oguri Cap eaters? Me, I'm like a 3. But you see, that's how they are. So her next race is, she wants to race in the mile championship, but she's not sure. So she decides she wants to race the Japan Cup and then Army of Keenan. Those are the races that's in the game that really is the most stressful ones. The Japanese Derby and Japan Cup. And if you want to put in the Army of Keenan, that's also one. Oh, it's the Kika Show as well. Those are the most difficult ones ever. But she wants to race in the competitions that Tamamo crosses in. And we're going to see that. Now, I know we're not pushing favorites here, but I saw Super Creek passing by. And when I saw Super Creek and her trainer in this episode, when I saw Super Creek, make no mistake about it, Super Creek is fucking amazing. I think the last time I saw Super Creek in action is probably season 1. But the time I remember, I look back on it and I'm like, Super Creek was in the donut competition. Because if you go back to season 1 of Musume, Pretty Derby with Super Creek's, Special Week and Sanazuka Story. If you go back to season 1, remember that donut eating contest they had? You see Tamamo Cross, Oguri Cap, and there was Super Creek there too, where she was stuffing all the donuts out of the Oguri Cap's plate. But my point is, we got to see Super Creek, and we're gonna see more of her. We're gonna see more of Super Creek. But I can't hate. Also, the ending was so fucking cute. The ending was so fucking cute. Oh my god. The ending was so cute that they showed little Tamamo Cross and little Oguri Cap. Oh my god, it was so fucking adorable. Not only that, the fact that they were racing against each other as little kids. Oh my god. Talk about tears of happiness, seeing little Cross and little Oguri racing. It's like, can we get a backstory of that? You teased me on that one. You fucking teased me, because it's like, are we gonna get a story of how Cross and Cap met when they were little? Is this it? Is this the one? Please, for the love of God, I want to see an episode where little Cross meet little Oguri Cap, and they just like running with each other, all racing against each other. Oh my god! And not only that, the ending was so good that we got to see Tamamo and her trainer, and we got to see Tamamo Cross with Obey My Master and all that. Yo, there's gonna be some high stakes in this episode, I swear. But overall though, start with a show with a bang. Start with a show. This episode was so amazing that hold on, I gotta do a like, I can't be loud. You gotta give March freaking credit in this episode. You gotta give March. You gotta give March credit. You gotta give March credit in this one. And I keep bringing up March because they just put in a digital wallpaper of March. March deserved the credit. She had stepped up after Oguri left. She improving. I hope she enters the Tokyo. I hope she goes to Tokyo and see them. And props for her. I give her props. I do. And again, this season of Part 2 is going to be more intensified than ever. Everybody's going to race their mother freaking ass off to a point that we're going to see the 5 race as well. And especially Obey My Master. I think out of the 5 that we have seen, Obey My Master is going to be the serious Uma out of the 5. And I'm saying this by looking at her. She may be looking at her like, they say looks can be deceiving, looks can be deceiving and something. I'm looking at Obey My Master, and I gotta tell you, Obey My Master ain't gonna play no fucking games. I'm looking at her and like, this is gonna be intensified, so we'll see where this goes. But I cannot wait for another episode of Musume Cinderella Grey. Oh god, the greatest sports anime that ever lived. I can't wait to see. So thank you for watching my review of the show. I can't wait for next week's episode.